A's Amazingly Object Show, better known as AMOS, is a show where 40 contestants battle for a prize known as the Prism, an orb that can grant the holder any wish they desire. AMOS's production lasted from May 18th, 2024 to February 28th, 2025, that being the day the unfinished episode was released and subsequently confirmed to the public to be cancelled. This version of the episode is known as AMOS Classic, basically showing what the episode was / could have been before getting canned. So what happened to AMOS? Why was the show cancelled mid-production? What was planned for the series? Will anything new be made? All that and more will be answered in this video.
First off, one of the major things leading to AMOS cancellation was deadlines and how kind of trash they were. Early into AMOS development, it didn't even have deadlines. Deadlines weren't actually brought into action until storyboarding began, way too late for them to actually matter. As a whole, it just fell under poor time management with when it was being worked on and when everyone was actually available to work on it.
Secondly, there had to be a lot of replacements and firings throughout AMOS 1's production. About 3 voice actors had to be fired during its production, some being so major that it left about 4 to 5 characters without a voice actor at a time. Along with that, multiple animators were fired or quit during production of the episode, not being able to send the animation they did finish, or more often just refusing to respond to deadlines in general. Most of this was a fault of not doing much background checks on people and just letting anyone work on the show.
So what's going to change exactly to make sure none of this happens again? Starlight Productions is officially locking in. Deadlines will become more clear, only Adobe animators will be working on the show. Not to discredit the other animators, but it's a lot better to have a team of animators who can just send a file they've worked on. Now we even have heads of certain departments to make sure production stays smooth and everything is constantly and consistently being worked on. So, ultimately in conclusion, yes, AMOS will be continuing just under a new name possibly. Entirely new contestants will join, and it'll even have an original plot this time around, so you'll just have to wait and see. But with that out of the way, what was going to happen in the original AMOS that isn't really spoilers for anything now?
In the original AMOS, it was implied that multiple of the contestants had competed in other shows before, and a lot of them were honestly tired of competing altogether. Characters like Grassblock, Ghosty, and Eyes have all competed in a season of the show together, prior to AMOS, known as the Show, aka TSS. BFDI Leg, Mario's, and Luigi's Hat, Notebook, and Tangerine all competed together on Extremely Pretty Igloo Contest Show, or Epics. A beautiful name, I know. Beanie, Earthy, Not Ruby, and Shroomy all being people who competed in Battle for Fiery Underwear, or BFFU. The entire concept of the show was that A and B, the hosts of AMOS, did something to all the previous hosts before them, getting them out of the way so they could host a show. This idea might be dropped entirely in the future due to it being just as done as much already in shows like Animatic Battle, presumably, and some unimportant object shows squared. There were also lesbians in the original AMOS, but that's not important.
There were in fact some planned episodes past AMOS 1 before it ultimately got cancelled. The episodes were 2 through 5. Episode 2 was the only one that got to a writing stage though. Episode 2 was going to be called B Literally Dies and Have a Funeral for Him. Also A Goes Emo, where it was just its title implied. B was gonna die, and A was gonna go emo. The challenge of the episode would have been to build a place to hold B's funeral. Other than that, episodes 3 through 5 didn't even have names, but they did have challenges planned though, being a challenge inspired by Doom-Spiraled Brick Battle, and a cooking challenge. Episode 5 would have gotten back to the whole old host thing though, being an episode similar to Teapot 11, where it isn't challenge-based, but instead, it's focused on a group of characters instead. Also, since AMOS is rebooted, we can show the episode 1 votes. Regarding save votes, PBC would have gotten the most safety votes, with Portable Table and Shrubby being close seconds. On the other hand though, with a whopping 48% of the votes, Portable Table would have been eliminated with 12 votes. Pocket Watch being in the bottom 2 of him, with 4 votes, which is surprising.
So in all, or maybe you just skipped to this part because you're a bum, AMOS is cancelled, but it's being brought back. There's a multitude of reasons it took AMOS 1 to take so long to release initially, but these problems are being fixed now to the new show. Along with that, a lot more original and experimental things are going to be happening in this new show. Also, animation audition is going to open up soon, so look out for that.
Hi guys, it's me, Tyre, but I have an announcement. Well, I don't know how to say this, but my woman tier list it's not cancelled, but it's gonna be delayed because of stupid Cinder Martian. Why did he make me be a general hater and not a woman hater? I always, my entire life was about being a woman hater, not a general hater. Okay, but it's gonna be delayed. I'm sorry, guys. I know I announced it many times on the server, but yeah, it's gonna be delayed to March 10, 2025. Yeah. For now, have a clip of me singing. Yeah. Now, also the song is Spanish, and it's morning, so my voice is gonna be a bit weird. Yeah. Aunque todo salga mal, yo lo voy a celebrar porque todo viene y va lo que sube tendrá que bajar. Lo que debes lo tendrás que pagar. Y aquí no se vale llorar, hay tequilas de olvidar y la noche va a bailar el mal de amor en vez. Va, aquí no se anda sentimental. Oh, my voice, it hurts so much. Oh wow. Okay, well, that was the announcement. Well, remember, guys, March 5th. I'm not too sure, and maybe March 5th because today I can't. Well, it's not the reason I can't today. Today is my grandma's birthday, but that's not the reason. It's because Cinder Martian gave me an existential crisis about me being about my entire life. So yeah, I'm gonna go cry now and work on the woman tier list video now. Okay, bye. Yeah, bye.